Hello, everyone. We would like to introduce our topic. We chose the film The Pianist. We have 6 members in our groups, and also we have six part of contact in our presentation. The first one is introduction about the film. The second one is summary. The third one is argument. The third one is series in intercultural communication. The fifth one is review. The sixth one is conclusion.
Hi, my name is WangYuZe. I'm going to introduce the film next. The Pianist takes place during World War II and is seen through the eyes of Hitler's Nazi government. Fireman and Bright Brody is a pianist of a Polish radio station on the brink of World War II. The family was forced into the Warsaw Ghetto. In the midst of the war, family and relatives were eventually killed by the Nazis, and Billman himself was humiliated and tortured, but he was lucky enough to get a friend's help to temporarily have a hiding place. In my opinion, the most successful part of this film lies in the director's deep analysis of the evil of human nature, the growth of war, and the damage caused by war through the shaping of characters. The Pianist makes a profound analysis of the evil of human nature, which makes the audience more deeply aware of the harm and the pain caused by war. At the same time, the film also reflects on the harm caused by World War II by showing different characters' understanding of the relationship between war and the human nature and their thinking on the relationship between war and food.
Okay, let's talk about summary. Seeing the introduction of the film, I thought it was a biopic with strong ideological and political meanings. But it is not so when I enter the story from the perspective of the director. Director Plants shows the cruelty of war very calmly and objectively. In the war, his family were killed by the Nazis. Only he was alive under the help of friends, never willing to wear armbands to lie under the crouch of Nazi soldiers begging for survival. Living became his only right. After being caught up in the Nazi massacre, Spellman narrowly escaped death with the help of his friends. It is also in the aid along the way that I see the complexity and the darkness of human nature. The first to lend a helping hand were the Jews, who helped Nazis kill their fellow citizens and became Nazi pawns in order to survive with dignity. But it was that little power that allowed him to escape the death train. Later, with the help of Polish friends, he was able to establish a temporary permanent residence, but in the process, some Poles were arrested. Some took the money that should have been given to Spellman and fled, and some fled to safety or home. In the end, Spellman, desperate for food, fled his apartment in panic and returned to his former home, which had become a ruined city. And he met the Nazi officer who was inspired by the music to help him.
Now the next is the argument of this film. Spearman meets Dorota. The first picture. If there were no war, two people who share a musical career would be best friends, if not lovers. Dorota had long admired Spearman's musical talent, and their first meeting ended in a wedding party. With the help of Dorota's brother, Spearman meets Dorota for a second time, and this conversation between the two is a rare moment in the joy in the film, which is very precious in the light of the tragedy of war, but it doesn't last long. The caves are forbidden to Jews, and the parks and benches are also forbidden to Jews. Dorota protests, but our hero is no charming, and in a wedding, not tone, he recaptures Dorota's smile. The director used a relatively warm shot to show the prevalence of humility under the cruel war. Even if this is beautiful shot and precious, but also let us feel the sweet life. And the next, Spearman wanders the street. When his family was sent to the contraption camp, Spearman worked in a street among the ruins, confused and panicked. The first time he used tears to release the long-suppressed emotion, unlike other good films, which have a lot of classical dialogue. The Pianist has few words, even spiriting few. Still, everything embodies excellent performance, and the films abandon the vehement reading, and close-ups fill the gap, sometimes without speaking.
For instance, Nazi Germany's complexes on the widespread anti-Semitism that existed at the time across Europe. When Jews were mentioned, people weren't automatically conjured up a negative image of them. Jews were skilled business people working in high-paid professions like finance, jewelry, law, and other fields. Before the Second World War, Russia had a planetary revolution, and capitalism power had accumulated dominated global relationship. The public's aversion to rich was made worse by capitalism's brutal exploitation of their workforce and earlier financial capitalism. It increased anti-Semitism, and Nazi Germany seized the chance to use Jewish assets for military purpose, which was well appreciated by the general public. Germany was defended to follow the First World War. They signed numerous unfair agreements. Germany land left. Many Jewish refugees right in Germany turned to the wilderness, and Germany was ruled by nationalism, and Jews were used as scapegoats for this. The Nazis believed that the below animals were superior race and that they should drive out Jews to present the pure of their lineage. In the end, they saw that animals were control this global. They will experiment workers, nation, and people to make more rooms for their own culture. Jews and people of their other race will both be killed. In culture communication theories, this is referred to as a Nocentrism with the tent of Christianity and Judaism conflict. Judaism rejects the idea that Jesus is divine, which is the same as leaving the ethnicity of Europe Holy See. The later ones yielded imperial rules, calling for Germany's religion to replace Christianity. Soon it has become Jewish. They make Islam Jews as a test-free to the people's inventiveness. All European nations had their their Roman talent, which the symbolizes the 70 phases of brutality and barbarism in Europe, opposite to the Jews. This is my part.
Okay, this is part 5 review. The pianist portrays the torture and abuse suffered by pianists and the Jews at the hands of German Nazis during the After World War, revealing the cruelty of war. It implores some of the dignity, survival, and the moral complexities faced by the protagonist, since Pillman, as he endures a humiliating existence. The film presents an objective depiction of war, show the ordinary people caught in its torments. The protagonist's ultimate desire to live is symbolized by raising his hand, representing his survival and witnessing the victory amidst the ranks. The death of the good Nazi officer, Osenfeld, can be seen as a refutation of his compatriots' atrocities and a symbol of the demise of false ideologies, with the film emphasizing and the importance of acknowledging and countering.
Okay, I would like to share our conclusion. Sometimes I'm still not sure which side of the world I am on. This is a line that Spellman said in the movies. To sum up, we found that we saw good person and bad person. They cannot be distinguished by inherent factors such as nationality, ethnicity, and gender. The Jews who were slaughtered can be the perpetrators. The evil Nazi can also be the helpers. The good and the evil in the human nature are never born. They are all ground out of the cultural education in society, school, and family. When soldiers become weapons of publicity, man is no longer man, but a weapon, and the victim is eternal and incurable. We are grateful for our beautiful and peaceful life now. Through this movie, we can face history and hope to connect people through our strengths and value, even beyond nation, boundaries, races, languages, and publicity. That's the end of our presentation. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Goodbye.